The hijackers were instruments of evil who died in vain. Behind them is a cult of evil which seeks to harm the innocent and thrives on human suffering. Theirs is the worst kind of cruelty. The cruelty that is fed, not weakened, by tears. Theirs is the worst kind of violence. Pure malice while daring to claim the authority of God. We cannot fully understand the designs and power of evil. It is enough to know that evil, like goodness, exists. And in the terrorist, evil has found a willing servant.
We got two. I saw in the pockets of fire. We should be able to knock it down with 2 lines. Where you know that? 78th floor. Numerous 1045 call horns. I got an eyewitness who said there was an explosion on floor 7-8. 7-8. We've just had another explosion on Warren Street because of the secondary explosion. We've got numerous people covered with dust from the secondary explosion. And we got another explosion on the tower, 1013. 1013 has had a major explosion and what appears to be a complete collapse surrounding the entire area. Who's involved in the secondary explosion at Tower?
Oh my God, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at the shadow of death. Oh my God. You're right. Oh my God, you saved my life. You saved my life, thank you.
Tell us, what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? Jesus answered and said, the first thing he says, take heed that no one deceives you. In other words, this end is going to be full of deception, and we've got to see clearly.
My name is Ellen Mariani. My husband and I lived in Derry, New Hampshire, the love of my life. We decided to remodel the house, and all of a sudden I was informed my youngest daughter was getting married. So we planned around that to take a trip, and he didn't think he should go financially. I wanted him to go to my daughter's wedding. It was his stepdaughter, and he'd help bring her up. So I held 3 or 4 yard sales, or they call them yard sales, garage sales, whatever back there. Got enough money, he purchased a ticket. We got up real early, 3:30 in the morning. And we had a lovely meal and coffee and talked, and we was happy, and got into Logan Airport in Boston. Actually, we saw the sunrise together. I came, to change planes in Chicago, and I was informed his plane had crashed. There will be a day that they will see and hear my story, and my story is just bits and pieces what I'm telling you today. Has nothing to do with politics, has nothing to do with religion. It's being true person to other people, a Christian. Do good to others. You don't kick them when they're down. And that's what they've done to me. They've been very cruel, the judicial system. They don't want the truth out. They've done everything you can think of. In the courts, because I was the first lawsuit, they threw that out. Called it security, national security.
My name is Michael Woolsey, and I live in Colorado, co-founder of the Colorado 9/11 Visibility Project. I'm also the host of the Visibility 9/11 podcast, which is the podcast dedicated to exposing the fraud of the official story. And we started the Colorado 9/11 Visibility Project as an effort to educate people about the events of September 11th that most people in America, and indeed the world, did not know about.
False flag operations are shocking, often destructive, arranged events that are attributed to somebody other than the party that actually was responsible for them.
Where a government will actually commit a self-inflicted wound against itself in order to blame its enemies.
The term false flag comes from naval warfare, in which vessels would sometimes fly a flag that was not their true flag in order to implicate some other party. They provide excuses for war. They trigger political changes or policy changes. They're often used to demonize a popular movement and bring on repression against popular movements. And many times they get used for all of these purposes at once.
There are numerous historical precedents for false flag terrorism. And throughout history, not only our own history, but world history. President Eisenhower, when he gave his farewell address in 1961, warned the American public against the dangers of what he called the military-industrial complex.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist.
1 year later, and ironically, just 1 year